Hello there. What's going on, everybody? We've got ourselves a new Mandalorian trailer. Admittedly, this one isn't a whole lot, but we're going to go through some of the new footage and talk about it a little bit because we are less than 2 weeks away. Honestly, we have 10 days. 10 days away from The Mandalorian Season 2, which is really exciting. I'm super excited about The Mandalorian. Probably going to be doing some Mando chats as well, talking about The Mandalorian, a little after show. I don't know if it's going to be live this time again or not, or maybe it'll just be, maybe it'll be live. Maybe we'll do it live like we did last time. I'm always open to adjust the formula a little bit and see what works. Let me know down in the comment section if you prefer like a live show or just a recorded show, because I think some people like to be able to interact and give feedback and say things like, hey, did you see that? So we're going to talk about this. Also, that giveaway is still going on right now for a $25 Amazon gift card. Just be sure to like and subscribe, and or rather, subscribe and leave a comment. You can like the video too if you want, whatever. All right, so we got another trailer tonight. It came out during Monday Night Football, and well, technically last night, but I'm recording it late Monday night, so you'll probably see it Tuesday morning. So if you're watching this, happy Tuesday. But yeah, so not a whole lot. It kind of starts off with a little bit more of that fight scene with the X-Wings chasing the Razor Crest. You hear X-Wings over the comm saying, Razor Crest, stand down. There's whatever it is. I have a feeling this is the first episode. I have a feeling that pretty much everything we see is from the first 3 episodes. I don't think we're going to get much farther past that. We know there's a lot of stuff supposed to happen in Season 2, and there's a lot we do not see. And I feel like they're keeping all of this stuff close to their chest, which I really like. If you guys have seen me talk about things like Star Wars Rebels or The Mandalorian in the past, my #1 pet peeve of all of this Star Wars programming that they've been coming out with is that when they release a trailer for something, they release all of the stuff, all of the best parts in the trailer. Star Wars Rebels, almost every season they would release footage from the season finale in the mid-season trailer. So they'd jump like 10 episodes ahead and just been like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna see some Darth Maul later on, or whatever. Like for example, since we know Darth Maul is probably not going to show up in here because he's dead, right? But imagine they wanted to do some kind of super mind twist and be like, oh, Darth Maul's going to show up here. In the last episode, Star Wars of old would have just put him in the trailer. I'm like, well, you just ruined the whole season. I mean, obviously it doesn't really ruin the whole season, but I like that they're kind of keeping like 3 different kind of ideas or scenes in here, and it's this kind of chase that kind of shows the Mandalorian kind of going down on this ice planet. Still not 100% sure, but I have a pretty good feeling that this is Ilum. I have a pretty good because the thing is, like, he's still got this quest to reunite Baby Yoda or the child to his own people, and so in that course of investigating, it stands to reason that he may have been brought close to Ilum. We also know that Ilum became Starkiller Base, so the First Order eventually took control of Ilum. There may be some First Order activity near Ilum, and maybe that's what brought the New Republic out there. Maybe that's why they're shooting at him. Maybe they think he is too suspicious, and maybe they think he's part of this mysterious new regime that's kind of forming in the unknown regions, and that's kind of close to Ilum and all of that stuff. So like the puzzle pieces just kind of all fit together. So like that could be one of the reasons why. And of course, that's all with the assumption that this planet is actually Ilum. He ends up crashing. He kind of skids against some walls and kind of slides down. Eventually kind of ends up in a cavern. We see the Mandalorian doing some work on his ship later on, which is, this is going to be one part of at least one episode. I don't know if this will be the first episode. I have a feeling this is, it could easily be the first episode, but they may throw us a curveball. This could be the 3rd episode. We also see the Mandalorian going back and seeing Greef Karga and also Cara Dune. And so that he goes back to them. Now, when we see this scene in this trailer, we get a line here. And it says, I'm here on business. I need your help. I've been quested to bring this one back to its kind. Showing him and Baby Yoda. Well, I have a feeling that that's not the audio that's actually playing during this point. When that audio is played, it's probably at a different point in the season. Probably not here. Because don't forget, like, these people were with him when he was quested to bring this one back to his kind. So they already know. He wouldn't tell him. It'd be like saying, hello, my name is the Mandalorian. This is Beskar armor, and this is my ship behind me. I'm a bounty hunter. Like, he doesn't have to say those things to people that already know it. He's probably more likely saying this to someone else who they deliberately chose to omit from the trailer. Maybe Ahsoka? Maybe somebody like that. Maybe he's asking for Ahsoka's help. Maybe he's asking a Jedi for their help. Maybe he's talking to another Mandalorian. Maybe Bo-Katan is on the other end of this conversation. Who knows? There's supposed to be a lot of really cool, awesome things happening in this season, so I'm going to kind of speculate a little bit more at the end. But that all is very exciting. So that much is kind of cool. We get a little shot of what looks to be Tatooine. We had seen pictures of the Mandalorian on a swoop bike, so this could be him, or this could be, I mean, it's so far out, this could be anybody. That could be Boba Fett on a swoop bike, for all we know. But I do expect Boba Fett to be involved in the Tatooine episode, because that was kind of one of those unresolved things from Season 1. Actually, maybe the only unresolved thing from Season 1 is that Tatooine, that mysterious person that we're all 100% sure that it's Boba Fett. Another scene of him crashed in an ice cave. Presumably this is immediately following that chase from the very beginning of the trailer. I don't know why they're mixing things up all over the place, because this, chronologically is probably should have been much earlier in my little slideshow here. We also get some more rehashed footage of the same fight scene, or the same like boxing ring or UFC kind of Gamorrean, Ultimate Gamorrean Fighting Championship that we saw from the first trailer, and it really it's just more scenes from that exact same scene. We do get another look at his little whistling darts that are going off, or his whistling birds rather, that are taking out all of these guys. The only real difference here is, like, we kind of saw everything happening and we heard the sound effect. Now we see like a few extra frames from that immediately aftermath of the whistling birds taking those dudes out. We get some cool footage of this Imperial base. This is presumably the second half of the episode where he goes back and talks to Greef Karga and Cara Dune, because he is going into an Imperial facility. He gets in this Imperial troop transport, which the troop transports are awesome. These were all in Star Wars Rebels, but I mean, this is all based on that old Kenner toy that was just like the Kenner, when they made all the Star Wars toys, they had to invent a lot of things just to sell more merchandise. So they invented a lot of stuff that was never even in Star Wars. And one of the things the Mandalorian does is it kind of pays homage to our, the older generation's childhood of all those Star Wars toys that never really were based on anything in reality. They were based on like fictional things that were just off screen. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have kind of put them back, and so like the Imperial troop transport here is a pretty cool thing that we do. Because there's clearly an Imperial base. We've got some Imperial kind of deck plating all over the place. We got the big turbo laser up on top. And we see, it follows up with a chase scene. We see some speeder bikes getting kind of rammed into the side. More biker scouts. I'm hoping Jason Sudeikis, gets to voice another one. That'd be awesome. We get and we know that this is that same episode because we've got Greef Karga and Cara Dune in this thing. And Mandalorian is around also, but presumably somewhere slightly different. We will see him a little bit later. What we don't see in this whole scene, though, is the child. So I'm really curious where Baby Yoda is during this point. Maybe they have kind of kidnapped him and taken him into this Imperial facility, and they're going to try to break him out or rescue him or something. Maybe he's in the back seat. Who knows? Maybe he's in a, if they're being responsible, they probably have him in a car seat. Another thing is you're going to notice a blue character right in between those two. The rumors were that the Mithril from Season 1, Episode 1 is going to make a return. Now, this is, his character name is not actually Mithril. He, from what I can find out, he doesn't actually have a name. They didn't actually name his character. Mithril is the race. And this is that guy he put that bounty on in the very first scene of the first act of the first episode of Season 1 of The Mandalorian. Well, this guy was actually played by Horatio Sanz, who's a really, really funny, awesome guy. I first discovered him on Saturday Night Live years and years and years ago, and so I'm a big fan of Horatio Sanz. Funny dude. I love him. Love him. Little small fact, he had his best skit ever was this one where he was playing this maitre d' at a restaurant, and or not a maitre d' but a waiter at a restaurant, and he was serving these people, and he was like gonna play them some music, and and he started playing Ozzy Osbourne over and over and over again, and it was just awesome. it was just so funny. The people were like, "Stop playing Ozzy Osbourne," and then the manager comes over and he's like, "Shut the hell up and enjoy the Ozzy." Can't find that skit anywhere for whatever reason. That skit is like not findable on the internet, but it was like my favorite Saturday Night Live skit of all time. Get some more shots of Baby Yoda looking super cute because we love the child. Some more shots of presumably that same episode of them kind of going into that Imperial facility. Again, the child is not with them, so it looks like a rescue. They're probably rescuing the Mithril because he's not with them here, so they're rescuing him. Maybe he has a clue on how to get to the child. You know, it's really curious how he's going to tie into this. Speaking of ties, there's some ties right there. TIE fighters. We get some more of that. This is also presumably from that same episode. Again, this is an important episode. My guess is this whole prison break kind of Imperial chase, you know, facility type, you know, episode is going to be one of the first three. That's my guess. It's going to be one of the first three episodes. And of course, you know, we saw them in the car before, and of course, the Mandalorian was not with him. He is flying above. He's getting better at his jetpack here and kicking butt with it. And that's pretty much all we get from the trailer. A lot of this was repeat footage, but we get a few extra frames and some different points of view of some different aspects of this stuff. Now, I talked about it for 10 minutes. It was not, I'd say it was like a 30-second trailer. It was not very much, but it's still cool. It's still fun. I like the idea that they're keeping it very, very compact, very tight, very secretive, without trying to spoil too much. Honestly, if Season 1 was such a home run, they don't have to do a whole lot to get us to whet our appetites. If you do watch this on release day, which a lot of you may do, don't spoil anything. Don't post. Like, go make sure wherever you're going to talk about it is a spoiler safe zone. I'll have a channel in my Discord where you can talk about spoilers. But don't be a jerk. Don't ruin it for other people. I will probably wait until like the following Sunday or Monday to do like my recap. Give everybody like 2 or 3 days to watch it before we talk about it. So hopefully more of you can get involved if we do the live stream. We do our Mando Chat Season 2 because I had fun doing the Mando Chat Season 1. Maybe we'll get some guests on to take part in that. But it's a fun thing to do. I'm looking forward to Mandalorian Season 2. Now, as far as like fun prediction stuff, Ahsoka's supposed to be in this, Bo-Katan's supposed to be in this, possibly the sisters from Season 7 of the Clone Wars might be involved in this as possibly a link or connection to Ahsoka, possibly. Rex and or Boba Fett, probably both, are supposed to be in this. You know, there has even been rumors that Iden Versio shows up in this, which is all really, really, really interesting. I don't know where it stops. You know, maybe Sabine, maybe Hera. You know, like, I mean, wouldn't you want to see Hera? I mean, Ray Sloan, maybe even. You know, Giancarlo is Giancarlo Esposito, the guy who's playing Moff Gideon. I didn't watch Breaking Bad, so I'm not as familiar with him. But he had said that they're going to be doing like 4 seasons at least of The Mandalorian. Like they've got enough stuff planned all the way through Season 4. So like this is going to be like it's not going to answer all of our questions, and it's going to probably give us even more questions in this season. But I'm still really excited. I'd love to hear from you guys if you are excited. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Also, my giveaways are going. I've got the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway going right now. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos to enter to win that. Also giving away ARC Troopers for Star Wars Legion. That's running all month long. Same deal. There's also a second version of the ARC Trooper giveaway that involves social media. There's going to be more details for that on Crabbok.com. If you want to check the video description down below, you're going to be able to find more information about my website, about social media, about giveaways, about Patreon. If you're interested in supporting the channel, there's going to be links for that. Also, merch if you want some cool shirts or masks or bags or any kind of cool stuff or any other ways to support the channel. There's going to be all kinds of links down in the video description. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and watching this little video, and thanks to my patrons for continuing to support this channel. I could not do this without you guys. You guys are amazing. If you're interested in becoming a patron, be sure to check that video description. I want to thank you so much, and as always, have a great day.